Now to make the box pleats, all you need to do is this. Here we go. Get some of my pins. Put this here. Turn them to the other side and put that here. And this is your box pleat. As simple as that. Now, a lot of people like formulas and figures and all, so I'm going to give you one, right? You want to measure how wide you want your pleats to be. For example, this is 2 1/4. 2 1/4, that's how wide this is. Now, when you decide on how wide you want your pleats to be, your box pleats, go this way. And measure. This is 1 1/4, okay? So, pin that down there. So from here, you are going 1 1/4 twice. That's 2 1/2. So from here, you want to go 2 1/2, and that puts you right here. So this mark right here, remember, I'm going to do that again. You eyeballed it, you pinned it down, and then you measured. And you measured 1 1/4. Now, what that means is the next plate will be 1 1/4 times 2, and that's 2 1/2. So you want to measure from here 2 1/2. That will put us here, right here. So you want to take this dot and put it right here. This dot right here, like so. Do you see? And then there you have a perfect box pleat. And then guess what? Your inverted pleats or your kissing pleats are right here. Ta-da! See that? They're kissing. Well, they're called inverted pleats or kissing pleats. And that's it. It's as simple as that. So, just for the record, I'm just going to show you how to make the inverted pleats. So you go 1 Mississippi. Yeah, so again, you want to measure that just to be sure. So we have 1 1/4. So that means what you need is 1 1/4 twice. So that puts us at 2 1/2. And that puts us here. From here to here is 2 1/2. So you want to bring this dot, right to the center here. So here we go. Bam. And that is our second plate. And if you measure it, let's measure it together. If you measure it, you have 1 1/4, and it's as simple as that. So we have our kissing pleats here, and our box pleats here. So finally, I'm going to teach you how to make gathers or ruffles. Where you're going to be putting it, if it's a sleeve, if it's around your waist, if it's on, on your pants, the cuffs, wherever, it's multiplied, whatever the measurement is, multiplied by 3 or multiplied by 2.5. So if you were going to do something called gathers or ruffles, I'm going to show you how to do that with a needle and thread. And here's our needle and thread. So, of course, you're going to be using your sewing machine, but I'm just going to teach you with needle and thread so you have an understanding. So, you can go a 1/2 inch or 1 inch from the base. I'll go with 1/2 inch from the base so that you can see what I'm doing. And then I will go 1 or 1.5 inches from the base so that you can have a better understanding. So this is like real quick, real quick. Now this gathers or ruffles can be done in several ways. See that? That looks beautiful. That is just beautiful. Can you see that? These are gathers or ruffles. Okay, so we'll just keep going right to the end. So imagine this was a skirt. It would be so beautiful. So beautiful. And so you have to move it gently. So if you're using your sewing machine, you're going to use something called the gather stitches, or the widest size of stitches, so that you can move them, so that you can move the stitches, so that you can move the stitches. And imagine, look at this, just look at that. If this was a skirt, doesn't this just look beautiful? If you have a doll, I could gift this to you, so you could put it on your doll for your little daughter or for yourself. Okay, so this is beautiful, right? And these are gathers. So I'm going to show you what I did again. So you take the widest stitch on your machine, okay, and go all the way down, and when you're done, you just take it from here and move, just like that. Can we see? This is so good. Like this is super. Just like that. And when you're done, you want to stitch this place close, like that, all the way down, all the way down. And when you're done, you will have a beautiful skirt. Check that out. And this will be on the inside, okay? So look at that. Like, I feel like wearing this right now. Yeah, but I'm not, tiny. Yeah? I'm not Thumbelina. Yeah, so that's it basically. Now I'm going to show you what it would look like if we were stitching 1 inch or 1.5 or right down the middle. And I'm going to show you that last. But before I do that, I'm going to show you how to get gathers using elastic, as well as show you how to pass elastic through fabric. Okay, so let's put this aside. our lovely skirt. So let's put that somewhere here. Okay, and we're going to show you everything as soon as the class is over. So to pass elastic into your skirt, your cuffs, wherever, firstly you want to find out the width of the elastic. Now this is half of an inch. So when you know how wide your elastic band is, that will inform the casing and how wide the casing will be. So I'm just gonna go and stitch this all the way and then come back and show you how to pass your elastic. I've gone ahead and I've stitched this like so. So let's imagine that this was your skirt. You know how wide your waist is. Now let's measure this. This is 14, and let's imagine your waist is 10. So what you want to do is get elastic measure the elastic 1 inch or 2 inches less than the actual measurement, you know, so that it's not just, because you want that stretch. Okay, so measure the elastic to be 3 inches less than the exact measurement, so you can have that stretch. So we want 10 inches, and so we're gonna measure 7. Okay, so let's measure 7. I am not pulling it. This is me just laying it straight. 7, and then you want 1 inch for your sewing allowance, and that puts us at 8. So we cut. Now you get a safety pin like this, and then you put this, here's your safety pin, and then you put this in here like so, and then you pass that in there, and then you move. But be careful that this doesn't run into the casing. So you move it, move it, move it. Keep your eye on this. Move it. One more. Yeah, so just before we get there, you want to pin this down. Okay? Pin this down so it doesn't get lost in there, or you have to start all over again. And I'm saying this from experience because it's happened to me many times. Yeah, but not anymore though. So, and here we are. There you go. So, now let's be sure we have our 10 inches for the waist. So you get your tape measure, and since this is here, you want to spread this and measure 5, which is half of the waist. Okay, so we have 4 here, and we have 5 right here. Okay, so that's where you will be stitching right there. So I'm going to take this out, put that here, and here you have your gathers, but with elastic, not with the thread. Have the gathers with stitches, beautiful, isn't it? And you have the gathers with elastic. So the choice is yours. Take your pick. Now finally, I'm going to show you how to make ruffles, stitching down the center of fabric, not 1 inch or ½ an inch from the top, but down the center. I'm just going to show you how to do it. Okay, so stitch down the center. Remember, you're using the widest stitch on your sewing machine. I'm just going to use needle and thread to show you how to do it. Okay, so here I am going down the center. Work with me here now. Okay, going down the center. And we're going to pull. You see that? Do you see that? So we're going down the center. Down the center. You can make it as long as you want. It depends on how full you want your corset to be, your corsage. You can make this fabric as long as you want, depending on how big you want your corsage to be. Okay, so this is just showing you how to make a corsage. For your prom dance, your prom night, you can make a corsage. And here we are at the end. So just look at that. That is just divine. That is just divine. So when you're done, I'm just going to put a stop to it right here. Right here. So I'm going to take my scissors, clip that, put this away, and I'm going to tie a knot. So you want to tie a knot, make it firm. Make it firm, okay? So it doesn't go anywhere. Just one more for the road. There we go. Take that off. Now, look at that. That is just beautiful. So all you want to do is take it around. I need you to see this, okay? So I'm just gonna take this around, layer it one after the other, and just keep going. Do you see that? Man, this is so beautiful. And just keep going. And I'm just gonna lock this here. Okay? I'm just gonna lock that down there. There we go. And I'm just gonna, right, I'm gonna lock this here again. I can lock it here like that, or lock it up here. So, this is me locking it down. Locking it down, people. Okay. Take that out. Alright. And we have one more place to lock up. See that? This is just so beautiful. This is beautiful. So we're gonna lock this here. Are we looking at? This is, oh my God. I think I'm gonna cry. Okay. So, one more. Guys, take a look at this. So I'm just gonna lock this up one more time here. And just to add an extra pièce, I'm just gonna put this here. Oh my God, take a look at this. So you can stitch this on, but I bet you can do that yourself. Just take a look at that. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. And this is how you can make a corsage for yourself. Look at that. That is just so beautiful. And that brings us to the end of today's class. And these are the things you can do with your ruffles or your gathers. Isn't this so beautiful? Take a look at it. So you can get a strong adhesive and hold this together. And you have a beautiful corsage for prom night. So the corsage, our lovely gather skirt or sleeve. Our knife pleats Yes. And our kissing pleats, box pleats, knife pleats, gathers or ruffles, corsage, and that brings us to the end of today's class. And I'm gonna show you something just for you. I did this just for you. I'm wearing a skirt that has incorporated these things, and I'm gonna show you a dress that is still in the making. Just so here's the skirt. Can you see that? With the pleats. Isn't that beautiful? Here, I'm going to show you again. See that? This is the hem of the dress. Isn't that beautiful? Of course, we have to use the serger machine to take care of all these guys here. But this is just to show you what you can do. With these guys here. And that brings us to the end of today's class. I'm sure you learned so much today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Click the like button, give us a big thumbs up. Click on the notification bells. Tell all your friends, your fashionista friends about us. And go to the comment section and tell us how we can do this better. We're on this ride together, guys. So drop your comments, tell us what you want us to teach you, what you want to hear, and how we can be better. Until the next class. Thank you so much for staying tuned and have a fantastic week.